What is the best system out there? Is it acrylic? Is it gel? Is it hard gel, soft gel, dip? What is the best system? We're going to talk to the guy right now, Greg Salo, on the Biz Talk. Greg, I don't know what the best system is, but I know who the best brother is. Oh God. Starting off the morning with a little bit of truth and facts, dropping facts, dropping knowledge. How do you feel about that? Better brother.
I mean, I feel great because I'm number one.
You're number one, Dumbo. Number one, Dumbo. I'm going to make that song, bro. All right. Getting a little crazy. It's early in the morning.
Oh, man. I feel like I'm in kindergarten.
Dude, that's how it is here every single day. All right. So this, I think, is a really interesting topic. And
definitely.
There's constant conversation revolving around, what is the best system to use? And I think the first thing is to kind of break it up into different categories, like let's go full enhancements first. Okay. And then we can talk, like nail polish, gel polish, dip, which is sort of in that same category, which is color, right? You're just going color. You're not going long enhancements, right? Correct. So let's start with enhancements in terms of sculpting, and you're going to do active length, or you're going to do stilettos, or whatever the client wants, whatever's right for the client. What is the better system? Is it acrylic? Is it gel? Do you have a favorite? I know you have a favorite. I think you have a preference, but in your opinion, dude, what is the best system?
Well, it depends on the salon you're in.
Okay.
I mean, if you're in a spa, you probably can't work with acrylic. I mean, I'm sure there are some spas out there, but a lot of spas, they don't like the smell. Mm-hmm. So, if you're limited to not working with acrylic and you can build enhancements, well, your only choice is hard gel.
Okay. But does that mean it's the best system?
For that salon, yes, because that's what you can only build.
Okay, so if your options are limited, I understand that. Yeah. But I'm asking you, brother, okay? Trying to avoid my question, dude. Don't try to, dude, I'm gonna target you, dude. I'm gonna nail it. No pun intended. Okay, that's very common, actually. What you're saying is true. I mean, some people don't have a choice, right?
Correct.
Like they go to a salon, they're like, you're only using gel, or here we're traditional acrylic, and you're only going to use acrylic, and I control it, and whatever your commission. But what, in your opinion, is better? Is it acrylic? Is it gel? Does it depend? I mean, do you have a favorite? What's the best system in your opinion?
It's crazy because, I mean, I love to work with acrylic.
Yeah, totally.
It's just because I love the workability. I like to pick it up, set it down. I like to, sculpt it out like clay. But hard gel technology has come so far since we've started.
Totally, bro.
I mean,
do you remember
you used to just be like, yeah, you want to just take the burn, bro?
And dude, remember how it used to be so thick, bro? Dude, I remember mom was she was making these gel kits, bro. You remember that in those little bags? But dude, it was so thick, dude. It was honey consistency. I mean, it was insane.
It was, yeah. I mean, we have consistencies similar to that, but in the beginning, it was just this real thick honey.
Yeah, and that's hot, right.
And it went nuclear on your finger. It was like
full nuke. It went full nuke, dude, on the things.
So you just be like, yeah, you just gotta press down harder.
Right. I remember that. You get just press and
just press. Yeah. It still hurts. Just press harder.
Press harder. Don't worry.
The technology has come a long way. The colors, the curability, the flexibility, the strength. Yeah. There's so much improvement that's been made in the past just 10 years. Gel really gives a run, gives acrylic a run for its money. And what I mean by that is we have professionals that don't use any acrylic at all. I mean, Melissa uses only gel. Yeah. And the reason why is because it's very easy to maintain. It's very soft.
The filing especially, right?
Yes. Yeah. So maintenance-wise, very easy to fill, very easy to file, very easy to maintain. And the bonding aspects of gel also, it's the perfect consistency. It's not like you need, the right amount of liquid, the right amount of powder to make it self-leveling. Gel's already self-leveling. Yeah. So it really bonds extremely well to the natural nail. So, it's one of those.
You're not playing with the ratio, like trying to get that right. It's already done.
When I'm teaching beginners to work with acrylic, it's like, hey, you have to learn how to embrace the self-leveling aspects of acrylic. And the common problem with beginners is they don't know how to basically let it work itself without it getting away from themselves.
Got it. Yeah.
Once they master that aspect, then it really becomes a beautiful thing to work with. With gel, man, you can just kind of guide it where you want. You could take your time. You could place it.
You kind of skip that step, right?
You don't have to. Yeah. You don't have to mess with, it's going to dry.
Yeah. Or I didn't pick enough, or I didn't get enough liquid, or my powder's too dry. You don't have to deal with any of that.
No. And you always have the perfect consistency every single time when you're setting it down to the nail. I mean, the only thing is learning how to build in layers.
Yeah.
And if you can build in layers, then you eliminate inconsistencies with basically overbuilding where it runs all over the place. You have better control of the product. You establish better foundations. You also control the thermal basically curing aspect. And what I mean by that is, because if you pile too much gel onto the nail and you just set it inside the light, it causes a thermal reaction, meaning it gets really, really hot on the surface. There's ways, for those of you guys that have been watching the videos, you see there's totally ways to control it. So you can eliminate that completely. Now, I mean, look, gel is not just limited to just hard gels. You have obviously a range of color, which is going into gel polish. Right?
Yeah. We'll pop in that. I just want to a couple more things on gel. So I think it's really interesting what you said, like Melissa, who started out as an acrylic only tech, correct, is now, I think she said she's got a couple clients that she will do acrylic on, but it's 99% of her clientele, I think, is
those
gel.
are the clients that choose to wear acrylic.
That choose to wear acrylic, exactly. So what about you? If you were in the salon today, do you think you would be doing gel, or do you think that you'd be doing acrylic? I mean, I know it's hard to guess. It's like, but just kind of based on everything that you said.
My dream scenario, I would have both. And it's, and the reason why I say that is because if I'm going to be working on nail biters, then I'm going to choose to work with acrylic to start them off. I mean, I have a designated program designed to help nail biters overcome. Look, the only way to overcome is you got to stop sticking your fingers in your mouth.
Yeah, right? Stop it.
Got to get the hands out of the grill. But acrylic is definitely the choice. It's like casting a broken arm, right?
Totally.
So, and then obviously when you can get some length and you can start overlaying with gel. But if there was one system, I think that if I had to go 100% right now, I think I would go with hard gel.
Wow.
And the reason why is because there is no odor.
There's no odor. Even the nail art, the way that like dimensional nails look, it's so intense, right?
It's like jewelry.
It's like jewelry.
It's like glass. Yeah, I mean, you can build a reputation just doing glass nails and colored glass nails, jewelry glass nails. I mean, there's so many effects that you could use with gel.
Yeah.
And if you have the proper setup, if I was doing gel in a salon, the only thing that you'd have to really set yourself up with is great ventilation.
Yeah, right.
That way you can extract all the dust, right? And look, there's furniture that has it. Our portable units are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And a face mask, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Must.
So, even the beginners as well. I mean, we live in a time, an unprecedented time right now.
That's right.
And, with COVID being, prevalent in society, it's, gloves, masks. I mean, all the protective gear.
Totally.
Face masks, shields. I mean, dude, salons
There's so
are.
many. They even have the now, like, the plastic barrier where they put their hands through. And so
Correct.
there's a lot of layers of protection, obviously for COVID, but
Correct.
I like
Just
that.
transmission.
Yeah, transmission, and also
Just
like
sanitary.
dust, sanitary dust, all that, like, to keep it contained is just a really good thing to do.
Totally.
So okay, that's great, dude. I that's awesome. I think gel has come a long way, and it's probably neck and neck,
really is, especially with the tubes too.
Yeah,
because you have
gels.
you have the choice of squeezing it out of the nail, or you have a choice of dispensing it onto a tile.
Right.
So whatever you choose to work with, if you choose to work with a brush, if you choose to work, there's many options that set yourself up for success.
So then, okay, so that helps. I think anybody listening that is curious about which direction to go, I think that's going to help you make your decision. Now, there's the whole battle of like gel polish versus dip, which we've seen an explosion in dip powder over the last like 5 years, right? Where, I mean, you and I have experienced this. We have a friend's wife or girlfriend. They're wearing dip. It's like everybody was wearing dip at one point. You know what I mean? And
yeah, it's
crazy.
It all started in really high volume salons, and it was promoted as a healthy alternative to gel polish.
Right.
So that's the thing, is it was marketed that way. Anything can be basically a healthy option, because I totally believe that what determines what's healthy is the nail technician's work.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So if you understand proper maintenance, how to remove, how to reply without doing damage to the natural nail, then you're
it's
not
a healthy
gonna,
option.
Correct. So I mean, but dip, when it came out, it was awesome because it still is. There's no light involved. If you're using resin, it's all air cured. The durability is unbelievable. And for those individuals that have had problems wearing gel polish, they've had success with dip because the resin bonds extremely well to the natural nail.
Right.
And, with the combination of the acrylic powders, dude, it's just this impenetrable force, like surface. It's really, really strong and hard.
I think a lot of people, that's the first thing, is to understand, when it comes to dip powder, it is an acrylic powder that you are using in combination with the resin. In that air cured system.
Correct.
It is acrylic powder. So it is now where it's like going back to acrylic versus gel again. We did acrylic versus gel. What's the better system for enhancements? I mean, these are enhancements we're talking about. I'm talking about just over the natural nail, wearing color, gel polish. Again, this is gel polish versus acrylic, so to speak, right?
Correct.
The dip powders are just, it's a more fine powder. I always say, like, if you put it in the jar and you go like this, it looks like water. It's so smooth and fine.
And look, I mean, not everyone can wear gel polish. That's a fact. I mean, there's a small percentage of people that might maybe have an allergic reaction to gel polish as well. It happens, and then they don't have that issue with
dip. And then on the flip side too, some people could be sensitive to glue. I think Tracy has a sensitivity to glue.
She does have a sensitivity to cyanoacrylate. So that's the main ingredient inside any type of resin or glue. That's why I totally believe if you understand how to work with all options, then you have more options when it comes to the services that you're providing in your salon.
Yeah. Is there one that you think you would go with? If you had, I think that's a good question. If you had a salon today, would you pick dip powder for color, or would you pick gel?
I'd have both.
You'd have both?
I would have both because a lot of people want to wear gel polish. A lot of people want to wear dip, so if someone comes in and says, I want a lot of people name it by a certain brand name, which is fine. It's still the same meaning. They want some type of dipping system, or they want some type of gel polish. I forgot what they call it in the Midwest. What's the name?
Yeah, I forgot too, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't remember. But would you like, I guess that's the question, is if a client comes in the door, are you leaning towards a particular direction of like, you're going to go with gel polish first, and then maybe
I would. I mean,
yeah, okay.
I like to apply gel polish.
Yeah.
It's the technique involved in applying color is, it's very satisfying.
What about dip powder with gel? That the conversion that we do, instead of using a resin, we're using light cured for the dip powder.
Also an awesome option as well. I feel that if you're offering a service that incorporates the conversion gels with the powder, you're providing a service that you can't get anywhere as well. I mean, we have a couple educators in the past in the Northeast that were providing that service, and they had built a brilliant clientele on just doing that. So it separates them and their clients. Obviously you can't go anywhere and get it. We were one of the very first companies out there that are offering that type of service. Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to build loyalty, and you're going to build a clientele based on giving something that you can't get anywhere else. And doing that really will set you apart from everybody.
Yeah. On top of creating custom type of designs in nail art to bring your, exactly though, like you have to stand out ultimately.
Totally.
Regardless if you're doing acrylic gel, if you're doing gel polish or dip or conversion gel with dip, in the end, I think that's so huge, bro. You have to differentiate yourself. You have to stand out in some way, whether that's through nail art designs, content, marketing. There's so many different ways that we cover in nails.
Look, one common thing that all the systems do have that I believe every nail technician needs to master is you have to learn how to use your electric file well.
100%. I don't think there's any question about that.
Perfect.
Like you want speed, you want safety, you want healthy natural nails. All those things are under the roof of learning how to properly use an electric file.
Maintenance.
Filling. Yep.
Being able to remove lifting. That's the tool that you need to master in order to be able to have the most success with that when it comes to maintenance.
Yeah. Awesome. Let us know in the comments below your take on this. What is the better system in your opinion? Is it acrylic gel? Is it gel polish, dip powder? Also, do you like my socks? I want to know. Let us know in the comments below. Thank you, Greg, for joining us today.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.